tocilog.
I'm not the expert on.
I would say this is probably the best I've had here in Spain. This is tocilog. It's sweetened pork. It's marinated with brown sugar, and I think it has anato or achiote in Spanish. I forgot the part of the pork, maybe pork belly. I think a little bit of soy sauce. You have garlic. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. If it has soy sauce and anato or atsuete in Filipino. Achiote in Spanish. Again, please correct me, but yeah, this is my favorite dish. It's marinated meat. Basically, it's a sweet dish. Sweet, salty, so sweet, savory. Kind of like ham, bacon and ham, right? So it's kind of like, that's why it's called tocino. I'm not sure if tocino means bacon or a kind of bacon in Spanish, but yeah, tocino is a Spanish word. Probably an old dish here in Spain. I don't know.
It's kind of bacon.
It's a kind of like cured meat, right?
Could be. I mean, I'm not the expert on meat because I'm vegetarian, but I know it's pork. In my mind, when they say tocino,
yeah,
I know it's pork.
It's pork, yeah.
Like some kind of dry bacon.
Yeah. So yeah, in the Philippines, it's marinated in brown sugar, and it's a silog dish. When you say silog, it's a dish with fried rice, garlic rice, which is sinangag, and egg, fried egg, which is itlog. So silog. So this is tocilog, tocino with garlic rice and fried egg. Sunny side up. It has to be sunny side up. So I'm not sure if you'll see it, but the egg is sunny side up.
Nice.
It looks amazing though.
Yeah. So this one is a little bit, the presentation is more modern than usual, than what you can find in, I would say, eateries in the Philippines. The taste is authentically tocilog.
So, what's your mark?
Wow. But please don't ask me if it's better than my mom's. I would say this is 7 out of 5.
Whoa, whoa. Bravo. Wow.
7 out of 5.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's probably my favorite tocilog, favorite tocino in Madrid.
In Madrid.
Obviously, there are more restaurants in the Philippines who serve tocilog, tapsilog, tocilog food dishes, but I would say this is probably the best I've had here in Spain.
That's very good to know.
Yeah, so you should always have it, the meat, you should always have it with vinegar and a little bit of chili or vinegar with garlic and onion.
Amazing.
So that's your sauce with sugar. It's just like, we love combinations. We love a mix of flavors. So this is a bit savory and sweet. And then if you have the sauce, vinegar as your sauce, it adds a little bit of sour.
Yeah.
I think in terms of food, like in terms of comparison, what reminds me of Filipino food a lot is a lot of dishes from Latin America.
Yep.
And then Thailand,
Yep.
Vietnam, those countries. In Asia, it's mostly Thailand, Vietnam, and Malaysia, which I would say Southeast Asian food, right?
Southeast Asia is amazing. I think I think I like it more than South American food.
Oh,
to be
wow.
honest. Yes.
Well, it's my favorite.
I'm sorry to disappoint my people. It's just that
it's your preference, yeah?
it's not that. It's very meaty.
In South
America.
And obviously in Vietnam and Thailand, you have a lot of vegan.
I have more
more options.
And they have tofu.
Yeah.
I love soya sauce. And
Yeah.
everything. So
Look at that. This is the best part. Breaking the yolk, and you always have yolk with the rice. So you have the rice with garlic and the meat,
oh my god.
and then you put a little bit of the sauce.
Yes.
Later, I will ask for vinegar and patis or fish sauce.
Do you eat with bread?
We eat with bread, usually for not during meals, but during breakfast.
Oh really?
Not for lunch and dinner. Traditionally, we eat bread for breakfast and merienda, snack.
Okay.
But for lunch and dinner, usually it's rice. And then obviously some people, they want to be more adventurous. Obviously, we eat bread if we want to change our meals. But the traditional Filipino meal has rice and
carbohydrates.
a lot of carbohydrate. Rice and noodles, which is called pancit, the Filipino noodles or Filipino pasta.
Because Spanish people, they always eat with bread.
Ah,
all the time.
yes.
Yeah,
In the
that's the main
Philippines, no.
difference.
But yes, breakfast. We have a lot of choices. Filipino breakfast. It's like Americans, I think, or Latinos too. You can have rice for
Yes.
breakfast or bread. So usually my family, we have bread or rice. Like obviously, if it's a special day, we can also have pancake. We love pancakes in the Philippines. And then obviously, this is a famous breakfast meal.
Breakfast.
Yeah, this can be a breakfast meal. It's very
It's
famous.
not very like too big or too.
It is. It is heavy.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. It's quite heavy for breakfast.
Yeah.
Sure.
Rice is a bit heavy, but it's famous. It's really how we eat our breakfast.
I
Eating
mean,
rice.
it's good. You're supposed to have a big breakfast to resist the whole day, right? But I still think
Yeah.
once I get up,
Yeah,
I cannot eat this.
that's the common notion about eating rice for breakfast.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of Filipinos also eat bread. But our bread, we usually have it with cheese or peanut butter. We have our own special breads. Obviously, we have a lot of choices, but the most traditional one is called pan de sal.
Pan de
Sal.
sal.
Pan de
So
sal.
it's a salty bread.
It's not salty, but it has a little bit of salt. It has salt, but it's not salty. It's kind of like some bread are salty, but not super salty, right? Like baguette. Baguette is a bit salty. Bagels, there's like
That sounds very American, though.
yeah, bagels. That's my favorite. Like
Yeah.
where I lived in Manila, we have a lot of choice for bagels. So like in the city, you can have those choices. But traditionally, in the provinces, the countryside, the most traditional Filipino bread is pan de sal, and then you have the dessert breads. It's like the
Yeah.
pastries.
Oh,
But traditionally, we have like the loaf bread, the normal bread, loaf bread, pan de sal, and then the different types of buns that are usually
Yeah.
slightly salty,
slightly salty. But
savory.
do you eat as much bread as Spanish people?
Me,
Not you. I mean,
Filipinos,
in
no,
general.
it's mostly rice.
It's mostly rice.
Yeah, it's rice, and then the second after rice would be noodles.
Oh, I love noodles too.
Yeah, like the Filipino one, the pancit. I'll show you later how it looks like.
Okay.
But yeah, tocino, highly
Tocino.
recommended at Torres na Filipino
Nice.
in Madrid.